What's up, YouTube? Yes, I know it's been a very long time since the last time I uploaded. It's actually been like 6 months, which is very crazy, and I apologize deeply for the hiatus. And so in this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about where I've been, what's been going on, why it's been so long since I uploaded, and hopefully provide some context into like what I've been doing outside of YouTube. So this video is going to be a little bit more like a voiceover. In the background, I am going to be doing some climbing. Pretty much all of these boulders that you're going to see are from a youth regionals bouldering competition. So firstly, I just want to say to anyone who's been subscribed, who did not unsubscribe in this hiatus, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you sticking through. And to anybody new who's watching, this is kind of like a good video to get introduced into the channel, because we're going to talk about like what's been going on, where I've been, and where we're going to be going from here. So where did we leave off? We left off in October, actually October 1st for Boardtober, and that kind of is what started the whole thing. So basically, Boardtober was this challenge that I put out for myself, where I was going to upload a video of me sending something that I set on the tension board every single day for the whole entire month of October. I did it the year prior, but I got sick at the very end, so I couldn't complete it. And so I was like really excited to be able to do it again in 2025, but I wanted to kind of change a little bit about like what I was doing. So the first time in 2024 when I did Boardtober, it was really mainly just because I wanted to get more experience on the tension board, and I wanted to kind of get into route setting and stuff, and I figured like setting on the board was like the best way that I could get introduced to that. And so that was really like the main focus of the challenge. But then in 2025, it really changed from being more focused on trying to get stronger at board climbing and trying to get into setting, and it was more about just like trying to content farm. And ultimately what ended up happening was I failed miserably for multiple reasons. The biggest reason was that I was incredibly overwhelmed with work. At that time, when I wanted to be doing Boardtober, I actually ended up picking up a lot of work from like my documentary filmmaking stuff that I do outside of climbing. I was working on a lot of different projects for a couple different clients, and I was starting up a long form documentary with the Robert W. Deutsch Foundation. So it was kind of like bad timing for me to be taking on this like big major like personal project that was going to be very like daily during when I was going to be working so much. Plus on top of that, I had other client work, and then I was also planning an event with a friend, Gentry, who, if you're familiar with this channel, you saw we did a video where I took him climbing for basically like the first time, and we talked a little bit about like his painting. And so back in October, we collaborated on an event together called Dancing in the Void, which is part of one of his solo exhibits. And I curated a bunch of DJs, and we all had different sets, and we filmed it. And essentially, Gentry was doing some live painting during my set, and it was a ton of fun. It was super cool. I'll actually leave a link in the description to where you can check out all of those DJ sets. Highly recommend go checking them out. It was a ton of fun. Shout out to Eric for also helping to film those. So between doing all of that, the filmmaking, and then planning that event, I also have been coaching way more. So I started coaching youth climbing, like a youth team, back in like I guess technically late 2024, but then work really started to pick up with that in 2025. When I first started coaching, I was only doing like one team a week. I was like one intro team a week, and then I just got deeper and deeper into the coaching, and at this point now I was coaching like 5 days a week. So it was just like a lot going on. Like I was burnt out. If you actually watch the episode of Boardtober, like it's literally called testing pain tolerance or training pain tolerance or whatever, because I was just so burnt making that video, and I didn't really feel that confident with the sets from that video. I didn't really feel that great about my climbing. I didn't feel great in my body. And then, I mean, the video I thought looked freaking sick. Like, shout out to Eric. He shot the hell out of that. Like, it looked amazing. And I did actually have fun editing it. but I was just like really down on myself because I knew that the next time I went back, I wasn't going to be able to keep up that pace. And I really wanted to emphasize quality over quantity because, like, high key, I'm a perfectionist, and it's one of, I think, a good quality of mine, but it's also probably one of the biggest downfalls of mine, because that's a huge reason why I think I ended up failing the challenge. It's because, like, I wanted to make sure that, like, if I was going to be putting stuff up on the board, if I was going to be making videos, especially I wanted to make both the short form and the long form content, I wanted them to be quality. I'm not trying to just give y'all trash, you know what I'm saying? So I really felt like I failed, like, pretty bad, like pretty miserably with Boardtober. I'm not even gonna lie. And so I was getting down on myself, like mentally even, and I had to take a step back and really kind of think, like, what am I even doing this for, bro? Like, I got into climbing because I wanted it to be a good, positive, and productive form of catharsis, right? I wanted it to be good for my mental health. So here I am trying to make content for YouTube through this thing that I love, that I trying to do to heal my brain, to heal my soul, and now it's hurting me. You know, like, that don't even make any sense. So I had to just really take a step back and kind of like really reconnect with what I wanted out of my climbing, out of this YouTube creation stuff. And I definitely did some soul searching. I know, like, I'm keeping a buck with y'all. Like, I am not built to be chasing no algorithms. Do not expect that of me. I'm letting you know right now. Like, to all my people, all my subscribers, if you're new watching this, I'm letting you know right now, I'm not out here trying to chase no algorithms. I'm telling you straight up. Like, I'm trying to escape the matrix, very much so. All of this I do because it feeds my soul, not because I am trying to feed the algorithm. You feel me? And I just didn't want to let the YouTube content creation and Boardtober and all the things that kind of failed with that, like, distract me from what I'm actually trying to do this for, you know? That being said, I still feel bad. I feel like I failed y'all, you know, for not being able to follow through with that. And then, like, I took so long before I came back with anything. But, like, I've been working, bruh. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not making no money off of this, bro. I'm not monetized. I don't have no sponsors. I don't got nothing going on from this, bruh. So I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I am not stressing about no YouTube. I'm not gonna do that, bruh. But I do wanna, when I make videos, when I make content, I want it to be fun. I want it to be quality. I want it to look like I actually put effort into it. You know, there's some YouTubers that I really have a lot of admiration for and I'm deeply inspired by. You know, I think Hannah Morris, she's doing some great work. Like, if there was anybody who I would really like my channel to kind of look somewhat closer to, it would probably be hers, because she's kind of making more like documentary style stuff. But even more so, I really want to then move over to like the mellow style of filmmaking. Like, I don't want to just make like YouTube videos. I really want to be more into like the climbing filmmaking stuff. So that's kind of where my mind has been at. And I actually went to the Mellow Film Festival, or film screening, up in New York, and I was sick just to experience, just to see, you know, this films on the big screen in the theater, and like the great sound system and everything. Shout out to Alan for meeting me up there in New York. It was a crazy trip. That might be for another story. That might be for another video. I'll explain that. But yeah, you know, it was just inspiring just to see. You know, I mean, these guys are essentially doing what it is that I want to do. You know, they're traveling the world, they're climbing with their friends, they're making incredibly beautiful films. And that's the vision that I have for myself. You know, I am still trying to fully understand what it is that I want to do here on this channel. What are the core themes that I want to kind of get across? I mean, ideally, I still want this channel to be something that empowers and promotes diversity in the climbing scene. I have a ton of videos in the vault currently that I need to just get around to editing. I mean, even this video, I don't know, I shot this back in like March and it still took me like a month to finally get down and like edit and do this whole voiceover and everything. So that's what I mean, like, just, I'm doing stuff. It might take me some time, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you, you know, but you can't rush greatness. Even if the greatness is just like simple YouTube videos. But one thing, I guess, is like, I don't know exactly what the format is that I want to do. I have been really enjoying the coaching. The coaching has been really incredible from my own personal climbing, because by coaching, I'm learning a lot. It's forcing me to be a lot more intentional and focused in the skills and the techniques that are involved in climbing. It's also helping to open my eyes to some of the weaknesses that I have in my own climbing. So I've definitely been really gravitating a lot towards that. I'm loving the coaching. I mean, I'm absolutely loving it, and probably expect to see more of that here on this channel, whether that's me coaching other people or if I'm just like putting out tips and trick videos or something like that, some tutorials, because that's definitely something that I want to do. And big emphasis on the want to do. I think one of the biggest reasons why I took such a massive hiatus from the YouTube is because it no longer felt like something that I wanted to do. It felt like something that I had to do. And I don't want this to feel like a chore. The whole reason why I got into this in the first place was because I wanted it to be an outlet for me to explore my creativity as a filmmaker in something that I was passionate about, because I do that for work. Like, that's my actual career. I'm constantly filming and editing things for clients so that I have food to eat, you know? So like, to be completely honest, it's not always the most restful thing to then, after long hours of editing, long days of shooting, to then come home and then want to sit down for more hours of editing. You know, that's not necessarily the most fun thing for me. But that being said, I want it to be fun. I want it to be something that I am looking forward to do. I want to be working on projects that inspire me, that keep me motivated, that keep me passionate. So yeah, I think that's like the biggest thing that I want y'all to take away is like, don't get too caught up in feeling like you are required to do the thing that you enjoy, right? It's not a requirement. You do it because you want to do it. And if you want to do it, then cool. You'll have that joy, you'll have that passion. But if you turn it into a requirement, you turn it into a chore, then I feel like it becomes a lot harder to feel passionate about it. You know, Boardtober burnt me out because it was like, you have to do this, you have to do that. And then I wasn't, you know, meeting those standards. I wasn't even being honest with myself about my capacity, you know? And then it's like, oh, gee, I wonder why you weren't able to complete it. And you look at all the things that I was doing. Yeah, it makes complete sense why I wasn't able to do it. What doesn't make sense, though, is getting depressed because I couldn't complete a YouTube channel. Like, that's stupid as hell, bruh. I think another thing, too, is like, I have a lot of friends who are really strong climbers, and they're also making YouTube videos. And you know, it's really easy to get caught in comparisons, right? And it really is true. Comparison is the thief of joy. And I think the more that I was like feeling like I was falling behind what my friends were doing because they were uploading so frequently, they climb at such a stronger level than I'm capable of doing. Like, I really felt like I was just so far behind, and I think that was having a pretty bad effect on like my mental. And it's so funny because, again, I bring this back to the coaching. Like, so many of the things that I struggle with, I'm teaching my athletes. I'm trying to coach them through as well, you know? And I feel like it's been such a great reflection for me, you know? Like, okay, you see that your kids are struggling by comparing themselves to their teammates or whatever, and like they're getting bent out of shape or whatever, or you see like they're not focused on this, that, and the third, whatever it is, they're lacking motivation, whatever, and it's like, okay, I need to be, if I'm going to be able to coach them through that, I need to be able to understand it myself. I need to be able to work on those things myself. And that is what really I've been learning the most from the coaching, right? Speaking of coaching, right here on screen is actually one of my co-coaches. Shout out Tom Benzing. He's actually been really helpful for me in terms of helping me improve my climbing. I think right now, though, like, my main focus is getting better, right? My main focus is training. I have goals and ambitions. I'm really hoping that I'm able to put down my first double-digit climb by the end of this year. I have set this incredibly lofty, kind of absurd goal of sending Kintsugi, which is a V14 out in Red Rocks. I know that sounds freaking crazy because I'm like, maybe solidly like a V7, V8 climber. Getting all the way up to V14 sounds absolutely bonkers. But I was just watching the documentary of Nale Hukataivo sending Burden of Dreams, right? Establishing the world's first V17. And it took him almost 4 years to send that boulder. I mean, he approached it like a madman. It took him over 60 sessions on that climb to finally put it down. But one of the things that he said was that he never thought that it was a decision to not send it. Like, he just was so purely determined to put it down, And that's kind of the feeling that I have for that boulder. Like, I don't care how long it takes me. I don't even care if I ever send another V14 or anything else in that range. Like, I just have pure determination to send that boulder. And I'll probably talk about why that is in another video, but pretty much like the main thing that I'm focused on right now is just trying to get strong enough to eventually be able to like climb that boulder. And that means that I have a shit ton of training to do. I gotta really kick it into top gear if I really want to reach that point, especially because I am getting older. I'm going to be turning 29 very soon. Reaching that level at this age is kind of crazy, especially because most of the people who are climbing at that level have probably already been climbing for the majority of their entire lives. But the way that I also kind of see it is like, how hard am I willing to try for it? How passionate, how determined am I really? How much energy do I want to put into that? Because that's all it really takes in the end, is pure determination and dedication. And that's what I want more than anything. So whether or not I'm making YouTube videos does not determine whether or not I'm going to send that problem, right? I do plan, though, on bringing you along that journey, just because I just think it would be fun. But that's kind of where I'm at with that, man. If you're watching this and you're a really strong climber and you have any tips for me so that I can get really strong too, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll check you in the next one eventually. I'm not gonna tell you when that'll be. Bye.
You niggas silly boy, hot sauce on your boy. What you look like flying in? Stay your ass in, boy.
I tried really hard.
These hoes ain't shit, and niggas always